So to really help make sense of Secrets Manager, because it's not always clear, how do you access the secrets versus how does the database access it versus how does the app access it? I made an architectural diagram here for you. So, the first thing is that you'd use Secrets Manager and we'd set up rotation with it. So every 90 days, it's going to rotate out that password that is stored in RDS. So the password is actually in RDS, and then Secrets Manager can store a version of it as well. But what it's doing is the Lambda probably set up with a CloudWatch event, and every 90 days it's going to say, okay, run this Lambda, swap out that password. So that's how the password gets swapped in RDS, but how does the application access it? Well, you'd have your web app running on EC2, and you'd use the SDK, which is the icon there in the actual EC2 instance here, and you would make an SDK call to Secrets Manager and get the database credentials. And then you would use your web server with that new password and username and form a connection URL, which is just it looks like an HTML URL, but it's used to connect to Postgres databases. Not all relational database types have a connection URL, so you might just have to provide the username and password. But the point is, you are making a connection to RDS. Now, from the developer side, the way they would probably use it, because they're in development, they just want to gain access to the database that's in the cloud. They're going to use the CLI to obtain the database credentials, and we just went through the CLI command, so you have an idea what they would run. And then the way they connect to the database would be using a database manager, so you could use Tables Plus. If you didn't have a database manager, you could just go ahead and use Terminal and connect that way there. So hopefully that makes it very clear in terms of how you can use Secrets Manager for all these use cases.